backing up something off of the local host. But if you're wanting to back something off of a remote client, the installation for that's very simple. You just download the Linux client RPM and then just run rpm-ivh on the client RPM. And that's it. It's a very simple client installation. The server installation is also simple, and it looks like it's almost done. After the installation here completes with the files, Amanda is then going to go ahead and it's going to start up the ZMC services. The ZMC, that's the Zamanda Management Console. And that's what I'm going to walk you through creating a backup set on. And we'll just give this another moment. If you're installing packages on Solaris, again, there's that Solaris dependency package, and you just untar that, and it contains a few other packages in there, and you can just use package add to install them. For the Mac, there's a couple of DMG files. So there's one that contains some dependencies, and then there's the other DMG file, which is just the installer, and you can run that as well. And then for Windows, we provide MSI installer as well as setup.exe installer. I recommend using the setup.exe installer because it also installs the dependency before it installs the product. The dependency is just a Visual Studio C++ dependency, which is very common. At this point, the installer looks like it is finished installing the RPMs, and it tells me some things such as the default username and password to get into the management console, which is admin. And I can just hit enter a couple more times, and it now tells me setup is finished installing Amanda Enterprise on the computer. So that's good. So now that Amanda is installed, the next thing that we need to do is run the patch. So if I look here in the root directory, I see my Amanda server rpm 3.0.1.tar.gz file. I'm going to go ahead and extract it, and I'm going to run the script that it contains, install-amanda 3.0.1-rpm.sh. What this is going to do is this is going to replace the old management console RPM with a newer one, and it's also going to restart the management services. This is part of a minor release that corrects some bugs, and so I definitely want to make sure that I do this before I proceed any further. And then once this finishes running, I just want to make sure that my license file is in place. So I'm going to give this a second, and it doesn't take too long to run. And once it returns me to my prompt, I'm going to cd to /etc/Zamanda. In this directory, the license file is called Zamanda_license, and I just want to make sure that it has Amanda backup disk permissions so that I can so that Amanda will be able to read it. So good. So now Amanda is all installed, and I'm going to go ahead and go over to my web browser. And in my web browser, I'm just going to go to https:// and the IP address of my system that I just installed it on. And when I get there, it's going to go ahead and bring up this Zamanda Management Console window, where I can enter admin, and click login. The first time you log in, you're going to be shown a getting started page, which is what you see here. So you just click begin, and it's going to ask you for your Zamanda Network username and password, which I entered earlier. And what that's going to do is give you access to some of those links that you'll find in the interface for things like knowledge base articles and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and create a backup set called demo set, and this is just something that is going to contain my backups. So once it's up here, you can see demo set. It can be called anything you want, and I'll click on the Backup tab, and it takes me to Backup What. And a backup set just consists of what data you want to back up, where you want the backups to go, what type of media you want the backups to be on, when you want the backups to happen, and how you want the data to get backed up. There's some different drop-down menus I can use for adding clients. If I click on the file systems one, you can see Linux, the Mac, Windows, Solaris, CIFS, so if you're backing up Windows shares. Under databases, you can see SQL Server, Oracle, and Postgres. And under applications, Exchange and SharePoint. And you can have any combination of these in your backup set if you want. For this demo, I'm going to add a Linux system, and I'm just going to add something off of localhost, like /root. If I wanted to exclude some files, I could just, star.mp3, or if there was a directory in there called no backup, I could add that. And it's good to know you got to put the // in front of there because this is a relative pathway to this directory here. I can also enable encryption or a compression very easily just by checking these boxes. And once it looks like what I want it to look like, I click Add, and you can see the client appears down below. After I've added a client, I go to the Backup Where tab. And because this is the first time I'm using Amanda, it says that I need to add a device. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add a Device. And since I'm going to be backing up to disk, I select Disk. And I can call this whatever I want, Jacob's Demo. And I give it a root path. And this root path is going to just be somewhere where I have storage available. It could be any storage, whether it's internal or mounted via NFS or iSCSI.